Lucas, Nutting, Myles Dunn, Elgin, Middlesex, Canucks, guys. A couple clients that we've had for at least 2 years now. Great hockey players for their age group. Look to be high on the radar this year. Guys, thank you for coming on to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no worries. Like, we've had these guys in the gym and we've created a good relationship with you guys now for the past 2 years, and kind of feels like family when you guys are coming in the door. I love it because everything just runs so smooth when they come in. Myles is a skilled forward, can put pucks in the net, playmaker, very efficient skater, and Lucas is just an elite, super thinking, high-level defenseman who can create offense, play defense, pretty well does it all. Great endurance, never gets tired. So, there's a lot of good things happening for you guys if you just stay dialed in this year, and I think you guys are dialed in.
These guys are playing against me this year.
Yeah, Mason's coaching.
2 years leading up to it. Now
Has it been 2 or 3?
Maybe 3.
I think it's been 3 years now.
Yeah.
Has it been 3?
I think it's been 3 years. 3 summers.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm noticing as I'm getting older. I'm forgetting a lot of things.
Well,
Not in the gym, but in like regular 3 years.
I think it's been 3
So
years.
you're in what, 11 or 10?
10 this year.
Yeah,
10. You guys coming in grade 8?
I started in grade 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are, and I've known your dad, not like super big time,
Yeah,
but
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas, you
from
sang
home,
around Joe Thornton and that when I used to train Joe. And then when I ran into, it's funny, now I'm running into guys who I went to school with or were a little younger just a bit, and they got guys your age and they're playing, hockey, right?
Funny story with Joe, like I'm sure you've heard the story from my dad, but my dad was supposed to go whitewater rafting up north with Joe and a bunch of his buddies one weekend after school on Friday, and Joe got a call that night before they were leaving, like 10 minutes before they were leaving, that he was getting picked up to go to Sault Ste. Marie because he was playing the OHL, and they all had to go whitewater rafting without him, and
Joe was a beauty, man.
Yeah, my dad loved Joe.
Yeah, Joe was, every year we had a crew of guys. Obviously, I took care of his training, but then he had other friends that were local from St. Thomas. As soon as he got home back from the NHL, the trip was already booked to go somewhere, and he wouldn't tell us where it was. Private jet would come get us at the airport, Belize or some other places that he's taken us and stuff. And he's still like a little kid. The guy's like in his 40s. Great career. I think he's like probably in the top 5 for assists.
Yeah, I think he'll enter the Hall of Fame
100%.
within the next couple of years.
Yeah, a Stanley Cup or not.
I think he had a great run.
He's
a great
He'll be
career.
a Hall of Famer. Yeah.
And now he's housing Celebrini.
Is he?
Yeah,
What do you
he's
mean?
housing. So Celebrini's.
Oh, he's staying at his place.
Yeah.
Because Joe is player development there for
so
San Jose.
he a couple weeks ago they announced that Celebrini would be living with Joe Thornton in his big mansion.
You might even see Joe
San Jose.
coaching there down the road.
Yeah, honestly, I might.
Or GM.
And I hope so.
Yeah.
General manager or
That'd be
head
cool.
scout.
Just
Something
a
like
late.
that.
I took Mason to go meet him when he came back and he was playing.
He used to buy me baby stuff when he
Yeah.
slept at in the basement at her house. I was young.
So Mace, you've been coaching now for 3 years in minor hockey and watching that whole loop. What's this age class like? I'm going to start with Lucas first. You've watched Lucas play.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a little breakdown of what you see, because I just said what I know, but you've watched them more than I have.
Well, I'd probably compare you to like a Makar. Maybe not as tall, but like you're thinking next level. You're compete, and especially in the gym, your work ethic's like next level. So anybody who gets you will be for sure happy to have you.
And Lucas is a quiet guy. He's a good guy.
He's a definitely lead by example
100%
on the ice
on the ice.
and in the gym, and plays his position right. Doesn't put himself out of the play, and he's got a really good shot. Snipe one on.
When you work in a gym full of like mostly alpha males, and you always have guys sometimes like, how's this guy, how's that guy, and the guys are always trying to say, he's not bad because he thinks he's better or whatever. You never hear anybody say anything about him.
No, because that's good. Yeah.
Right, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, he's very collected as a person, so that's good.
And then Mr. Dunny over here.
Well, Dunny reminds me of myself when I was younger. Actually, you want to get to the net all the time with the puck, and you're with speed going through the neutral zone. You create a lot of 2-on-1s, which is good. You got it. that's how you attack the net. You got to create a 2-on-1 with someone, and I think like your positioning is great, and like your work ethic is next level as well.
Your work ethic actually from when we first seen
it's like
to now is growing a lot
for
better.
sure. And like I know for a fact, whatever team gets you, you'll be a goal scorer for that team because you have like a natural like gift to take it to the net.
Yeah,
it's good.
Lucas, what do you think the average size of the defense core is on your team? Like, what do you think? Is it? You think it's like in the low 6s, high 5s?
Like just about 6 probably.
Yeah.
6 foot.
Yeah.
So you're what? What do you think you are?
5'11".
5'11", 6 foot. I think you're probably closer to 6. And then the other guys, like there's a 6'4" guy.
Chase.
Yeah, Chase.
So yeah, McKendry.
Yeah, like 6'2" maybe.
6'2".
6'2".
Monk's probably
5'11".
5'10".
Okay, so a pretty big crew back
Yeah,
there,
pretty
right?
big. And then I think Cox will be the smallest out of our D core.
He's gotten a lot bigger.
He is a lot bigger.
He looks way bigger.
He plays. He's a
looks
little bit
good.
of a nasty.
When we were
dude.
young, I used to be taller than him all the way up
Really?
till I was about 12, and then he started growing past me, and I felt like I stopped growing.
Listen,
You know
dude, I was taller than everybody until grade 8.
Till grade 3.
Way tall, like literally tall, like so much taller. If you look at videos from like minor hockey, I'm like way taller than everyone. I've been the same.
Like, I want to say, like, 3 weeks ago, Coxie was like, am I taller than you now? And I'm like, yeah, you are. And then he was like, wow, I really outgrew you now.
He did. He had the big blonde hair.
Oh, yeah. All of his Cinderella flow.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
I think his sister's a pretty good athlete too, right?
Yeah, she's cheerleader.
Yeah, she's in good shape. I saw a
Yeah.
picture of her. I think your mom had showed a picture of her. She goes to, is she in university or no?
Yeah, she goes to Laurier, right?
And she's on the cheerleading squad there?
She
No.
just moved away. Like
Yeah, I don't know,
School.
some farther school.
So she's out. That's what she's doing now.
I could be wrong, it might be Laurier, I
Yeah.
don't know.
So Johnny Warren's the coach. Johnny helps out. He does some interning with the London Knights. Johnny's a competitive guy.
Yeah.
Likes to put good product on the ice. Tell me, like, you guys have been playing for Johnny like before this year? Or?
2 years now. He was our coach last year. I went, we were both APs for him when we played with Carl.
Carl Robb?
With Carl
Yeah.
Robb in our, I want to say that would be major P? No.
Minor
Minor
no.
Bantam. No, that'd be major
Yeah,
Bantam.
no, because you've had Johnny Major Bantam, now Minor Midget.
Yeah, so
Minor
Minor
Bantam,
Bantam,
yeah.
we had Carl Robb as our coach, and I was very fortunate enough to go up to Sault Ste. Marie with Johnny's team and play their OHS, and then I really started to build a good connection with Johnny there, and I was thankful that Johnny became our coach the year after, and then now we're here now with Johnny, and we have a really good squad here.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
do.
like we're gonna
You do.
go
And Johnny will
really
push you
far.
too. Like
Johnny
he's
will
not-
push us, and Bob White obviously will push us far. His kid plays in the NHL, and then Rich Brown,
Who's Bob White's?
Colton White,
Colton White. Okay.
defenseman.
I played with Brownie's older brother.
Yeah.
Well, the younger one's on, but
Rich Brown is a really smart.
Is he helping out too?
Yeah, he's our assistant
Yeah.
coach.
He's been there for
Yeah,
a
well, he's
long
been a
time.
scout with the New York Rangers.
New York
for a
Rangers.
long
He's
time.
got a lot of information for the
Yeah.
D, the forwards. He knows what he's talking.
But you know what's good about a guy like that too? He can like look at what you're doing and just
Yeah.
evaluate. Since he's done it so many times,
Yeah.
he can look and go. So pick his brain like through the year. You can go, hey, you know, is there anything else you see I could do better? Because he can help a lot. of
He
guys.
knows what NHL teams and these OHL teams look for
Yeah.
in players, and he tries his best to help our D and our forwards
100%.
get to that level.
And both you guys are APing too. Like Lucas is with Strathroy, Jason Williams, the coach over there. Miles with St. Thomas Stars.
Matsos, yeah.
Jason, great, was a great hockey player. Never drafted the NHL. I remember he went to San Jose's camp right after his 20-year-old year and
Yeah.
didn't cut it. They cut him right away. He went to Detroit's team and made it. Played a little bit in the American Hockey League first. And then he's had some good success. He's brought that program in Strathroy up. It's quite a bit better.
yeah.
Are the practices tough, or is he more of a technical guy? What do you see out there?
Well, I haven't been to practicing quite a bit because they're on the same day as our
Yep.
EMC practices, but we worked on a lot of systems and stuff.
Yeah, he's a good teacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jason's like one of those patient guys. He's not a yeller and screamer, which I think goes a long way these days with your age group. Our age group was like ruled by the hammer and fist, right?
Yeah.
Iron fist.
Yeah.
So Danny Matsos, I think he won a Mem Cup Oh
Yeah,
no,
he
he won
did.
an OHL Cup.
OHL Cup.
They lost the Mem Cup.
They did lose the Mem Cup, yeah.
But Matzo's full of like.
Oh, you have to work hard.
Yeah.
You have to work hard in his practices.
Otherwise, you're not playing.
It's not. It won't look good for you. He's a great coach. He's a great guy. When I was there yesterday, he as soon as he saw me, we had a nice, good conversation about how I was doing, and I asked him how he was doing. He's a big family guy too. He loves the family and the connection in the room. So, and then
My buddy Joey Doyle, he's out there too.
oh, Joe Doyle, I love Joe Doyle. He's a
I
great
trained
guy.
him back in 1997.
Yeah, it's all smiles in that dressing room, but when it gets to the ice, you
It's
gotta
business.
you gotta be business out there, or else it may not look good for you in practices the next week.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, and he's been around, so he knows what's going on. And Danny was filling in for Vandeven, who got hurt. He's one of our guys who drafted on sound. There's meniscus a little bit.
Yeah,
Probably back next week.
yeah.
Just
I want to
don't wanna risk
say
it.
next week, maybe the week after.
Yeah.
He said he would be ready for it. So
What do they give you guys again? Is it 5 games or 10?
5.
Five.
And then
And if you're
after,
major midget, it's 10.
No,
After
so-
playoffs, you can go
You can
up.
If
go-
your
yeah.
if your team's out in playoffs, you can play as many games as they ask you to play.
Yeah.
But if your team is in playoffs still, say we're still in playoffs with Elgin, and they want us to play playoff games, we get 5 more playoff games.
5 more playoff games. Okay. Yeah.
So it's 5 and 5 when it comes to
So
playoffs.
depending on how far you go and how far you go, it could be good or it could be
Yeah.
you might not play anything.
Yeah.
That's how it is, right? And so where are you guys like now? What kind of team is Johnny housing over there? There's a lot of skilled guys on the team, but does he have you guys playing a skill game? Is it more of a physical game? What kind of system, like style system, is he using over there?
This year it's definitely more of a physical game. He wants
Yeah.
us to be more.
He wants you
tough.
to play more
Yeah.
tough this year.
He added a lot of size to our team this year. We picked up a very gritty kid, Chase Griffith.
Yeah.
He was from London, and he's probably one of our biggest attributes to this team. He's aggressive, he hits, he finishes everything. We moved up one of our defensemen, Dustin Sweeney, to forward. I'd say he's more of a power forward. I'm sure Lucas can agree with me. He's a big body, he can shoot a puck, and then on our D side we added obviously Monk. Monk's very skilled, but he can also play the body. Like we played Sarnia, I want to say a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and a lot of hits from that kid. And then picked up that Chase Sewell kid. He big 6'4", very intimidating.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of your players said that he's very intimidating on the
And
ice.
then you got Kendry too.
And then you got the bully Gavin
Yeah,
Kendry.
yeah, I love
He's probably one of my favorite guys on the team. Everybody
He's
laughs.
famous, eh?
Everybody laughs when he's
Remember
making a
back?
joke.
Remember back in the old days when like the guys would fight with swords and guns with knives in the front. That'd be him running the front line. just going
He's
out there.
very retro. He'll pull up to practices with jeans on,
Yeah.
old Van or Adidas shoes,
Yeah.
and a nice cargo shirt with
He's a beauty.
Metallica on the front. He loves his old. He's very old school.
He might actually be my age, but have the body. of
Oh,
him.
he might. Honestly, he might be.
Boy. Yeah. So growing up, both you guys, Elgin guys, all the way from the start to finish, right?
Yeah, 7 years now.
So Danny, who was like your inspiration, kind of growing up and watching like hockey as it's evolved here now in the NHL?
I like watching how Easton Callan plays.
Yeah.
I've been following him since he played for Canucks Kings. And
Yeah, he brings the whole package. Eh?
I honestly think he might have been the steal of the first round when it comes to the NHL draft.
100%.
He went, didn't he go undrafted in the U16 year?
When you know what? That's a
Did he go
good question.
undrafted?
If he
I
did.
think, no.
That's the year.
I think the Knights picked him.
He's like Greenwell and those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
He would have won first round, I think.
No, he went second round.
Second round,
He
yeah.
went second round. As Davey Warren was actually kind of pushing him to go, and I think the Hunters were like at first going, I don't know, like this. And the
Yeah.
Warren's like, you got to see this guy.
And then he
play."
didn't end up playing that year with the Knights. He
Yeah.
went to Kamoka, had a really good
Ripped
season
it up
there.
Ripped it up.
And then got a shot with the Knights,
Yeah.
played a couple games there, and then he really took off from there. Like once he started under Dale Hunter's
yeah.
training,
Yeah.
and I'm sure Johnny Warren had something to do with that.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
think they're the same age? Like, are they the same age?
Who?
Johnny Warren and Easton Count? No, Easton.
No, he's no.
But
Johnny's a lot older.
Johnny's
I think
like
Johnny's like
26,
26 or something like
27,
that
yeah.
now.
Yeah, mid-20s, I'd
And-
say.
and
So do you
Callan's-
think he'd still be? Would he have trained Easton at that time when Easton was?
No,
Probably not.
no, it
Probably
would have
not.
been, just trying to think somebody.
Easton, when I was playing
Dave may have. I
Yeah.
don't know about,
when I was playing in St. Mary's, my second year junior, and I'm an 02, he was APing with Kamoka.
So he's
He's an 05.
Five,
Yeah.
05.
yeah, so that, what's that, his 20-year-old year this year then?
Yeah,
I think so.
19, 20-ish,
Yeah.
I'd say. But now I think he'll play with the Leafs all the way up till Christmas, and then come back
World
for
Juniors.
World Juniors, and finish the season off with the Knights.
I know the Knights missed them last night, there was a few guys missing out of the line.
Yeah, they had a rough
Yeah.
game last night. I heard
Yeah.
7-3, I think, to Flint.
Yeah,
But I was able to last night talk to Max Muse, the pick from Ottawa that they got, the London Knights. He's a very good kid. Like he's smart. He knows how to play the game. He's fast.
where'd you see him, Denny?
He's. I was with him last night at the St. Thomas game, and
Oh, was he playing last night?
yeah,
So
he was
AP.
playing last night.
Okay.
No, he plays there full time. Like
So he just came to watch.
he's power play 1. He's
Like plays in St. Thomas or London?
plays in St. Thomas,
Okay,
but
St.
he was
Thomas.
drafted to London.
Yeah.
I want to say 4th round. He could have went higher. He only played 6 games last year, just because he is very injury prone. He tore his back
Jesus.
2 years ago, and it's been bugging him ever since. They've never really found something to
fix it.
figure it out or
Yeah.
fix it, and he's been struggling with that. So I feel like he could have went higher if he played more games in the season. But I still think London had a good pick there.
Did he get any points last night?
Yeah, he had 2 assists last
Two,
night.
so 2 apples.
Yeah, on our
Lucas, you guys have been playing together forever. You model your game. Who do you like? Who do you like in the NHL? You think you play similar to?
Probably one of the defense, like Quinn Hughes, McLeod.
Yeah, well, those guys are good, man. Those guys are elite, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's amazing how you've seen these young guys come in and just dominate. Like, it would piss some older guys off for sure. Ice time, I'm assuming. But Quinn Hughes and those guys, like Mason, you skated with them in Toronto. Didn't you?
Yeah.
Was that who you were skating with?
That whole family, his dad.
My dad was like with the Leafs as a player development guy, so we used to hire him out when Mason was in Don to skate him. But then when they brought a new crew of guys in like Dubas, they got rid of a bunch of guys like Rick Bonus and him. Fired him, but I thought he was really good at teaching skills and stuff. Obviously,
He taught his kids how to skate, so.
thought his kids how to skate pretty good. They're both in the show.
Yeah.
All three of
All
them.
3 of them.
Yeah, 3 boys in
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
At that young of an
NHL 25
So
cover.
they're like the Stahl brothers.
They're the NHL 25 cover right now.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
For EA Sports, yeah.
Yeah, because Lucas can shoot, he can score. You know what
It's fast.
Yeah, he can create time and space really well. I know I've seen a couple plays when you entered the zone, like on a power play, you just knew how to put on the brakes and create that gap to move the puck to somebody, right? I think those things are
Oh, they're important. Oh, yeah.
super
Very
important,
important.
right?
Well, the scouts will see that you
Yeah.
guys play.
And not selfish. Like, if you guys were going in an empty net and Lucas had the puck, he'd probably give it to you,
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, and a lot of times at your age there, it's like, you know, the guy's only thinking about, I'm gonna get the goal, but who cares? It's a point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Most of the time, the least greedy person gets the most points
Yeah,
because the puck always comes back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you move the puck, it's gonna come back.
yeah.
Yeah, Lucas and I have been playing together for 7 years, I think now.
Yeah.
And 7 winter seasons and 7 summer seasons.
Well, these guys do it pretty well. Everything together. They train
yeah.
together.
We train,
freaking skate together.
go to school together,
spring hockey
The
together.
team should get you guys as a duo.
Yeah.
That'd be unreal.
Yeah.
Craft us in a package.
So, Lucas, like, you know, you've been with us for a couple of years training now. You know, what do you like about the gym? Like, what have you noticed, like, over the last, you know, couple
That's
of
helped-
years?
that has
in terms of-
helped
that's
you.
helped your game,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, just getting bigger, stronger, faster. When you come into the gym, it's like you're at home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everyone's comforting.
They're there for
Yeah.
business, right? I mean, you know, we have a little fun, guys talk. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like we just sit there and say nothing, but yeah, I mean, we expect a lot of things from you guys. You're elite players, and we have a tough time sometimes, like getting that point across to people. Like, and I think sometimes it's like, you know, every personality of every athlete is different.
Yeah.
But and we try our hardest to make people understand that, you know, we don't just do this for the money. We do this because we actually like doing it.
Yeah.
The best thing is when you hear somebody make some, like a team
I do something, yeah.
or sign, that's awesome, but, you know, I'm always under the assumption, if you just do your work, money will come in regardless if you're a business guy, like if you do your job 110%, every time someone comes in, that'll happen for you in anything you do in life. But yeah, you guys I've noticed a big difference in your lower body power.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Speed.
from
I've noticed a lot of
3 years
difference in
ago
your
when you guys
shot.
walked in, you guys.
His shots gotten
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot, like,
Well, you guys both have.
because I said to Mace the one game, I don't know where it was, no, you guys went out and shot at the ice on Brookside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I said, how's Danny out there and stuff, and he said,
Yeah.
his shots really
Well,
well done.
these guys are out and they kept up.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
pretty
no
good.
problem. And you know, it's awesome because usually like pro guys that, you know, we try to separate because they're older out of respect to
they
keep
got-
them. But if you guys come in and, you know, I've had you in on Friday mornings where
Yeah,
you know, you
where
guys were away for a few days. and
Casey's working out.
none of them have said anything.
Yeah.
They just go, yeah, because you guys don't say anything.
Mhm.
And then it's funny when someone comes in that does have a little bit of a,
Mouth.
you know, like a little bit, not
Yeah.
like anything major. They're like, yeah, don't bring that guy back in here.
Yeah, like he's
So you guys
too
got good
shabby,
praise.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know what, you can still talk and have fun, but you got to put the effort into
Well, like being in almost Fridays, like it builds relationships with those guys too.
100%.
Like we all still talk in the gym on Fridays, especially with the older guys. Like I know I build a couple
Kaprowski.
connections with Kaprowski,
Those
Bridgewater.
guys are good guys.
Sutherland works so hard. Like
If you could follow those 3 guys around,
yeah, those are.
you'll be good.
I think Bridgewater will probably be top,
for sure.
top 4 defenseman this year.
100%.
on his
Oh,
team,
yeah,
so
yeah, he's good, man.
he's
He's just like so fast and so like
He's got all.
he would have like he was extreme. Like he would carry a booklet around, write his meals down. You give him advice on something, he'd write it down.
Yeah.
Like he's-
Always forget his boat.
always forget his water bottle. Always
Yeah,
forget his belt.
yeah.
But jumps 10 too.
Yes, but it is
Yeah, because he tested well. He tested, I think, #1 in Sarnia this
I
year.
heard Kaprowski tested
did.
#1.
Kaprowski
too.
tested
and
#1.
of all time,
Vandy was
yeah.
#2. So the
Yeah.
guys that actually put the work in and follow the program,
And it shows.
It works.
it,
Yeah.
it will show. But it's like trying to get people to understand that I know there's days you're going to feel a little bit tired.
Yeah.
Like you guys are going nonstop. Your homework
Yeah.
loads are
Yeah.
pretty high. You know, I know you're skating. Sometimes you get thrown into a junior B skate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know what? Should people sit there and like cry and complain? I'm
No.
going, we have 2 Olympic figure skaters that train 30 hours a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I'm going 30 hours a week is
And someone doesn't want to come
2
in.
hours a
And
week.
someone's like, we tell 1 day a week doesn't like. I'll
Yeah.
come in 1 day.
I feel like if you really don't want to be there, you
Yeah.
truly don't
You
love
shouldn't,
it.
yeah.
Like,
Now, there will be the odd time, I'm
yeah,
sure.
like where you're tired. And
but
you're
be
feeling
honest to
bad.
yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
Now,
we're-
what about Lucas? How do you go about handling pressure, like games, like life? Like, how do you handle pressure?
Like games, I just go out there, have fun.
yeah, that's the key,
Yeah.
Lucas. Yeah.
Stay calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Thornton was like, that's one thing if you asked Thornton, he'd say the same thing. He'd be like, if you watch him play in a game, like, serious when the play's in the corner, he's going after someone, whatever, but the rest of the time when he's skating, he's got a big smile on his face. Like,
Yeah.
he loves.
He said that he used to just hum in his head
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually
What
sing
about
to
you?
myself in warm up.
Yeah,
sometimes,
Yeah. How do you deal with the pressure?
I don't look up. I don't look up in the stands.
No,
I focus on what's
yeah.
in front of me, not what's up above.
That's good.
Especially this year, it's gonna be a big thing to not look up,
Yeah.
or and you don't really want to know who's up there. You just want to play how you want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to see all sorts of guys sitting there with notebooks,
Yeah,
scouts.
yeah. And you're gonna see these online rankings
Oh
that
my
mean
God.
absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Like I know my dad tells me none of these rankings mean anything to you.
Those guys.
They don't define
yeah.
you as a person or a player, even if you're not on that list.
No,
Yeah,
those
I was gonna say
people
that
that
too.
put those out, unless they're the OHL,
Like
that's completely.
you won't
absolute
know the
bullshit.
actual rankings until April.
No.
The OHL draft.
Yeah.
You won't know the rankings.
The only time you'll figure it out is at OHL Cup. That's
Yeah.
the only time.
And you know what, even OHL Central Scouting, like we'll have James Kennedy on here, we have him on every year. He picks, they have the crew of that picks the players, and usually within the first couple rounds, they're fairly accurate, not 100%, but there's sometimes, some surprises that come out, team just goes,
So
I
you know
like
what-
the way Lucas plays,
Yeah,
right?
you know what they do is the OHL Center Scouting, like James Kennedy and his guys, they'll go out before all the teams, like they'll go to every single game,
Yeah.
and they'll basically narrow it down to who
Yeah.
is who, and then they'll send that to the OHL teams, and then the OHL teams will send their scouts out, and they'll start narrowing it down more,
Yeah.
and then that's usually.
And then that's when you'll find out the actual
Yeah.
list. You'll find it out April.
Yeah.
the
Oh,
OHL
well,
draft.
actually, OHL Under Scouting has actually been scouting you guys since last year,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
not too much.
And I know, like, you guys have agents, but I you know what I like about you never talk about it.
No, it's-
You're just like, you're there, you know, because I know in the change room sometimes at that
Yeah.
age, guys are like, yeah, my.
Some people don't have them. Some people do have
Yeah,
them. Some
like
people are in
just-
the middle of
Yeah.
having one.
And you guys being leaders, if you don't say nothing, because there's probably
Yeah.
most of the team that doesn't have one yet,
Yeah.
it's even better for them because it just takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's great to have them. Like they're very supportive.
Yeah.
Like I know mine's very supportive. I'm
Yeah.
sure Lucas's is very supportive.
You're with
as well.
Newport now. You're with
yeah.
Morris, Patty Morris,
Mhm.
who
Yeah.
I did a lot of business with over the years.
Great guy. I remember having a call with him. He was a.
He's one of the biggest agents in
I was with Newport as well.
Yeah, they have.
Mason was too.
They got Connor Bedard right now. They have Ethan Belichick's the first round pick
Yeah.
from Oakville last year.
Oh, they've had Chris Prongers.
They've been around
Rick
forever,
Perry,
They're, they're such great guys. They're a bunch. They're a good group. I know my buddy Brenner Lamans is with them too.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of great guys, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to look forward.
And Lucas, what's the name of the company that you guys are with?
Alternative.
Alternative, yeah. And they've been doing it, like, the guy's new, is he younger, is it an older, like, because I'll tell you something, at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter, like,
Yeah.
if you're good enough, you're gonna play.
Yeah.
But you do need someone to go, to speak to the team on your behalf, right?
Yeah.
What do you like about him?
He's just always like talking to me. He
Yeah.
checks up, see how I'm doing.
Good.
Which is
Yeah.
important.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
what you need. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, man, and you guys already know this, like, probably talking to people, there's a whole bunch of them, like, this is what's happened now, that market's got really flooded with a lot of people. And it's like, even my business, the same way, there's all sorts of guys doing it. And then there's the guys who show up and actually care and help, and they don't take too many guys on every year. And that's kind of who I think you need, because at the end of the day, you just want some feedback from someone who's been around the hockey to get better and grow. And, you know, I know a few agencies now, like, you know, I'm dealing with, like, let's say, you know, Rubric's, Ryan's, and that, they've been really good, kind of monitoring him and watching him, Octagon, like, some of those guys that, you know, they actually care about their jobs. Because there's some that are just so busy and big that they don't even come out and watch ever. Now, Newport is massive, like, they're
They're
big.
huge.
And at the end of the day, Patty has so many connections.
They take time to come out and watch. Like
Yes.
I played a game with St. Thomas against Strathroy. 3 of their guys came out to
Came
watch.
out to watch, right,
So,
right. So, you know, and that's what you wanna have at the end of the day, you just wanna go, after the game, hey, how's it going? Hey, you did this good, you could work on that a little bit better.
Yeah.
And
And
I
they'll-
wish they did that when I was with
Yeah, you never got that
I
at
never
all?
got that.
And when I had a meeting with them, they told me, they'll tell me what I need to work on. They'll tell me I had a good game. And if I had a bad game, they'll tell me what was wrong. Like they'll give me
Oh, they
that
stuck their
good
game
criticism that I need in order to make
Yeah.
myself a better player
Yeah.
on and off the ice.
Yeah, and so that's good, cause
Yeah.
since they've been around, like, they
They did
changed it a
absolutely
bit, they didn't
nothing.
do anything back then. Cause they're busy looking after the big guys, right?
Yeah, they're more focused on the guys who have signed their pro level.
But again,
contracts.
like, as a player, you just have to almost sometimes just go, you know what, I don't even care about that, I just gotta go and perform
Yeah.
regardless every night.
Yeah.
So who are, give me like, I'm not gonna ask you guys to rank anybody, cause I know you'll put your own team up the first, I guess, but who are the top, 4 teams right now, if we're looking at the Alliance?
In the Alliance?
Yeah.
Sun County, obviously, they've been together. I think they've only made one change in the last probably 5 years, I'd say.
Got you guys in London, probably, right there?
Yeah, we'd be up there, and Waterloo will be up there too. They picked up a bunch of, I know Lucas is really close with one of their guys,
Yeah.
and I know they picked up a bunch of good players.
They
I
always
think,
seem to, like, kind of sneak, like,
yeah,
slide
they
in
kind
there.
of sneaked their,
Yeah.
they lost, I think, earlier to the Titans pretty badly, but
Like this weekend?
yeah, in the Titans tournament.
But it is the first.
It's the first look at teams and how these
Yeah.
players are going to play. Like, it's your first time playing with these
And
two
those
guys.
Toronto guys would have been doing 10,000
Oh,
things
man.
every week.
Training every day.
Yeah,
It's a gong show.
it's
there.
different.
Yeah.
And then
Windsor will be good too.
Windsor, yeah, I heard.
Windsor will be really good too.
So they got some players coming from the States.
I
Or
think
no?
I think they might have had one player. If not, they had a couple players go from Chatham to there. So 2 of the best Chatham players went there. And then obviously they have Reed Hayes, one of the best
Yeah.
Alliance, I think. So
Yeah. So Windsor will be. So there's like 5 teams that are.
we always have good series against Windsor, especially in playoffs. Like we normally, I think, past 2 years, we've played them
Probably done like every year.
every
Every
year in
year.
the playoffs. It always
Yeah.
goes to the 5 games. So
What was your first tournament?
Wendy
Dufton.
Dufton
Wendy
won
Duffin.
it.
So everybody starts with that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And when's that? That's coming up. Right?
That's October 10th. October 10th, that
2
weekend,
more weeks.
Thanksgiving.
And then you guys are doing Chicago. I
Yeah.
heard. You guys won.
We
to,
have
this
Silver
year.
Stick.
Yeah.
Then we have the Marlboros
Yeah.
at Christmas time, and then we got Peterborough.
Yeah, we got
Are
Marlboros.
you guys in
too.
Marlboros too?
Yeah, not Silver Stick though. You have to qualify.
I think
the
it's
year
us,
before.
Sun County, and Huron-Perth who made it in.
Yeah, you
from the
gotta
Alliance.
qualify
Wait a
for the
second.
year before.
London won it last year. You guys won it.
No,
you
it's
have to
the 09
qualify
team.
from the year before.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
so where I think it goes like where the Alliance rankings are. I think at one point when they were picking, it
Yeah.
was the top 3 that
Like
go.
London was like not. No, it's actually like ranked like all
Oh, is it?
Ontario.
Oh, is it?
So it's like whatever team like you have to be in a certain spot to like go.
Yeah,
And-
so
and,
I think
like,
it was Sun County, Huron-Perth,
Mhm.
and us, and then that's why we got in.
So where did London finish up?
like
The
last
09, yeah.
terrible, not good at all.
Really?
Yeah, awful.
At the bottom, like near the bottom.
And I think they were mid-pack,
Yeah,
maybe
mid-pack,
lower to the
okay.
bottom.
Okay.
And then like even last year when I coached the 08s, if Danny didn't get us to the Silver Stick,
They
they
wouldn't have got in.
weren't gonna go in
Yeah, they-
because their record was not good either.
Yeah, no, that's so that's a big tournament then.
Yeah,
The biggest,
that's where
yeah.
you'll see a bunch of the USHL scouts there. You'll see a
Yeah.
bunch of because there's a bunch of USA teams going there, and then our Peterborough tournament. There's a lot of US teams there.
So I know you guys are both really good in school. I know the OHL is probably been in your dreams since
Yeah.
you guys been kids, but I'm assuming you guys always there's already college teams talking to you guys. That you got to have that on your radar too, just in
Yeah.
case, right? Like, 'cause you
No.
never know.
You don't want to close You don't want to close doors. You wanna
That's
leave all
something you
of them
guys
open.
would entertain as well. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you need to leave them all open. You need to have your options open because maybe I know Beckham Edwards was going to the States,
Mhm.
right? And then he decided last month that he wanted to play in the OHL, right? And that really dropped his draft ranking down to the 4th round.
Yeah.
I think Beckham probably would have went for
First
second
round,
round.
first,
You
second
probably would have
so-
went top 3.
Yeah, exactly. So
I got him. They were gonna commit to him into Notre Dame because I have a connection there.
Yeah.
I got Fassard has committed to them, but he can't sign till the end of this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, Beckham was like a last minute decision.
yeah, to transfer back over to the OHL, and it's like
But that's a good move.
Yeah.
Sarnia
Yeah.
needed
Sarnia's
some
a
full-
solid team.
Yeah.
I heard they're really good.
He had a third star last
fantasy-wise.
night.
Yeah, he scored his first OHL goal last
Oh,
night.
did he? Yeah.
So
In his first game.
yeah, first game it was nice when I watched
They were
it.
playing Froggy and the boys.
Yeah, and I heard Froggy had a really nice save last night.
He did. I saw that.
I saw it
the
on.
clip.
Yeah.
So I saw that they lost 6-4, I think.
No,
6-5.
it was 6-5 because it's overtime. It's an
6-5
win.
overtime, and I saw that save. But and Kaprowski started last night over George last night too.
Yeah.
And they lost. But I told them, I said, right now, like when you play exhibition games, you're not
Mhm.
playing all the top guys.
Yeah.
Now with the top
Now you're
guys,
starting,
Yeah.
and that's what I think. That's what I think happened with London last night, right? Like O'Reilly isn't back yet from NHL camp.
for sure.
Barkey isn't back from NHL camp. Bonk's not back. Dickinson's not
Those
back.
guys are back. That's a completely different game.
Oh, they're gonna have the most memorable OHL season once every one of them are back. I think that this year, especially with their pickup on Howery there and a couple others, I think they'll win the Memorial Cup this year.
They can actually win.
It will be a legendary season if it happens because once Callan comes back, like
Oh my god.
it will.
Yeah, he's gross.
He will take over that league again. And he's too young to play in the AHL this year. Why would you want to play 4th line in the NHL, get
No.
not much minutes, and if you could go back to the OHL, get first line power play, penalty kill,
So he won't.
all,
He won't play this year.
all the ice time in
Yeah.
London, and
Yeah.
then go win a Memorial Cup.
Yeah, they have a big.
Right.
They have a chance to do it. I seen Greenwell got traded to the Ramparts,
Mm-hmm.
so he's gone. But I think Winter's still kind of building. I think they're not like there yet.
They haven't been good.
And I don't know Owen Sound.
I think Windsor's still building.
Mhm.
They're still building. And Owen Sound, I don't
Also
know. If same
building.
thing, building.
Like Windsor got 2 really good picks there, first and second round, Belichets and Carter Hicks.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think Carter was probably one of the best defensemen in the league last year.
yeah. Carter's. I mean, he's a good skater, heads up guy. So they're building, and Froggy had a great camp, and so did Kaprowski.
Yeah, I heard.
But they're, for even just not alone the fitness testing in general, like those guys they had like, I think Kaprowski had like a first or second star one game, or 2 games, had 2 stars, another game, Froggy same. But yeah, now that the big boys are in now, it's like you gotta tune in at another level again.
You gotta play to their level,
Yeah.
not to the
Because
ones
you guys
that
have skated
are
with those type of players before, you're just like, okay, this guy's can move really well, and he sees the ice well.
Yeah.
So, as growing up there, you guys have been London Knights fans, obviously. I know that they'll be out watching. Mark and Dale have had a great program over there, and they've influenced the, junior Knights system too.
I talked to Mark before everything. He's up so early. He's at like the very first game, even though if it's like 5 hours away. Talk to him before every game.
He's a
And
machine.
he knows everyone.
Everything.
He already knows like who he's looking at.
And London really takes time in developing their players. Like
Oh, yeah.
they won't put someone in the OHL if they're not ready.
No.
No, and they'll wait, and sometimes you'll have to sit and wait, because they think, like, I'll give you an example, Robbie Drummond was one of those guys. He got better as he got older. He was really good coming in at minor midget, he was dominant. Then he came in, but we had those, like, super teams that, set all the records and that, but it wasn't even that. Dale and Mark just knew and said, you know what, they knew his personality, he was kind of like late, like kind of shy. They waited, and then when he was like 18, 19, they started playing a more than 20-year-old season, he was a captain.
Yeah.
And then that helped them. But yeah, they're on the money. But there's, in saying that, there's a lot of good teams like that now. Like everybody's stepping it up.
Yeah, it's a big step to make sure everybody's well developed before
Yes.
putting them in a place where they're not comfortable being.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, 100%.
that's probably one of the biggest things in the OHL now.
Look
Like,
at
everybody play.
Battalion. Adam Dennis was another kid that I used to train, and he was in London when I was in with the Knights, and he's the GM for North Bay, or is it North Bay? Yeah, Battalion.
Yeah.
He's just winning all the time, like every year.
They have like a Vegas style team. Like they just
Yeah.
Van Steensel's a new captain there, the 9th captain, I think.
He's good.
Yeah, his brother was also drafted there.
Yeah. Where's his brother playing?
Lucas is playing.
Major midget.
Yeah, with Elgin this year.
Elgin, yeah. Are they going to be any good, Denny?
Yeah, they'll be pretty good. I know they're in the Titans tournament right now, the U18s.
Ryan Dobbin, former NHL, AHL guy, he was a London Knight.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing too.
He's a big dude. He's like I'm a pretty big guy. Like,
is he a firefighter or a police,
no,
or a police officer?
He works for the post office now. Like, he's like he's got a higher position.
He looks like he could work like fire department. Like it's almost scary.
He could shoot the puck, man.
Yeah.
He was a sniper in London and the American hockey sniper. NHL. Again,
And then they got Adam Simpson there, the
Simpson.
Saginaw scout.
Yeah.
And Tyson Ackerman.
Can you guys AP there too?
No, we can only AP for.
So you
St.
can't
Thomas, I
play
think.
major midget, like if they get a guy who gets hurt or whatever?
I don't think so.
No, you can go
No,
up.
listen, Austin Breckelman's played.
Yeah,
last
you
year.
can go up, but it's up to your coach. Like probably.
Yeah. Who did it last year? Breckelman's?
That's it. I think it was just.
I think it was just Breck.
Did he AP for a junior B team that year or no?
He did with Strathroy.
Yeah.
So they can actually call you up now knowing that.
No,
I didn't. That's one thing I didn't know.
What
Yeah.
about Lucas off the ice? What do you like doing besides hockey?
Yeah,
Hockey
put
out
all
of the
the
picture,
stuff aside.
No, I definitely like golfing.
for fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
We
good.
golf a lot.
What do you
You
shoot?
pretty good?
I don't really keep score.
No, it's for fun.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, you're more out there to have a good time rather than.
You like golfing, Danny?
score. Yeah,
I just like hitting them.
Yeah.
we golf a lot in the summer. I think he golfs a lot more than I do, but when I get out, I love golfing.
Do you guys cart it or walk it?
We have to walk it.
That's good though. You know what? It's actually good.
It's great.
exercise.
It's great for your legs.
Amazing for your legs. I know, like Pears and those guys. I think they're karting now, but when they were younger, they all walked.
Obviously, riding a cart would be better. Like it's more fun
Oh,
to
for
ride a
sure.
cart. but-
Oh, I'm not walking up and down that thing.
Yeah,
that's
I'm carting them.
Especially
What do you
when
guys
you're,
play? Like what course?
Green Hills,
That's tough.
Twin Streams. He plays Fire Rock. I've never played there before.
So, what are you on your pastime?
Recently, I started doing hockey photography.
Yeah,
I,
like photography.
Yeah, I shoot some of my brother's games and their practices.
You getting good with the camera, Denny?
Yeah.
You might have to do our
I'm
Instagram.
getting pretty good with the camera now.
Like the iPhone, right?
No, the
No, camera.
actual
Use it like-
camera.
yeah.
we bought a sports lens, and I go take photos of my brother's games and stuff.
That's sick.
Give them something that they want to post on their Instagram.
How much better are those cameras than the new iPhone? Like that, way better.
Way
Yeah,
Way better.
Once
still.
you get that like sports lens, like where it really clearly shows, like
Yeah, it's like you can zoom right in, eh?
yeah,
Like even that one there, I know it like doesn't sound, but that thing was $1,200 for that.
yeah.
I'm
So
sure that would be better than my phone.
so ours was a it was an older camera that we had from a while ago, like a couple years ago, and one day I talked to my dad. I'm like, you think it'd be cool if I shot photos for my brother's team just for something they can have? And he's like, yeah, that'd be a great idea. And he ended up, so we have a family friend that works at Best Buy down in London there, and he gave us a deal on a hockey photography sports lens. My dad ordered that right away, and the day after it came, Levi had a game, my brother had a game, a doubleheader against Vaughan Kings, so Vaughan's like number one
I
in
remember that
Ontario.
game. Yeah, so talk to your dad. quite a
And
bit.
yeah, I just shot photos for both games there.
So you should probably start a little side business with that.
I know.
You probably could
I probably
You
could.
can
make
go
that
take pictures of Kindry, cutting the grass.
Yeah.
and sell them to the company.
Sound,
Yeah, first
yeah,
Instagram. Yeah.
Make some money there.
No, I know. So they just you basically clicked it in, and the thing's just sharp as you can be.
Yeah, it's a beautiful lens. You can, and then I'll just upload the drive up to my dad's laptop, and then we'll edit all the photos, delete the ones we don't like. If they're blurry, we'll try to fix them.
As long as we don't see you taking pictures while you're actually playing.
Yeah.
That shit. Trying
But
ships.
I also play a little bit of video games when I don't got stuff to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
And I bike a lot.
And bike.
I bike with my buddies a lot.
Still,
Yeah.
you look at your bike too, Ron.
No, not really. Just
No.
a lot of rollerblading.
Roll, yeah, you're into the rollerblading, and you got a connection with the Mars Blades guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that guy to you?
Richie Marks.
So like just somebody you know, or
Yeah, so me and Wyatt, his kid, we played spring hockey,
yeah, yeah.
like end of U13, and we just like became friends. And,
Really, you
Everything.
guys came really close.
yeah,
And tell me, you wear the Mars Blades blade actually on the
like
ice,
the
right?
blade holder, yeah.
Tell me about the blade, because I was talking to the NHL guys, like, and that's just 3 NHL guys I was talking to. They were like, no, I don't really like them. I don't know, but they haven't tried them. What are the benefits to that thing moving around like that you find?
Like it stays on the ice longer, and I feel like faster.
So you
more
feel quicker?
Yeah. I just feel
Yeah.
more like.
I think some of them get
confident.
stuck in their ways and they just kind of like go, okay, I've been using this, so it works for me, so I'm going to keep doing it. But if you think about the science of it rockering as you go backwards or forwards, it
The blades on the ice longer.
Yeah, the
Should be,
blades
yeah.
on the ice longer. But is there anything that you see that could be improved, or do you think that's really good?
I think it's just really good.
It's really good. Should try
Maybe
it
I'll
sometime.
try it. I don't know.
I've never tried Mars Blades before.
I have the rollerblades.
Like, are some of the NHL guys using them?
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch
Yeah.
of them use them.
Yeah, the younger guys, I bet.
Yeah.
So I said the older guys are stuck in their ways, right?
A couple of the Knights players use them.
Yeah.
Bonk uses them.
Interesting. And same concept on the rollerblades, the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but on the thin blade. And do you know what you sharpen your skates at?
No.
Like 5/8 or 9/16?
Sure.
No, eh?
No.
None of you.
11/16.
So is that sharp?
That's dull as.
It's dull.
That's super dull.
I don't know. My dad says 11/16. It used to be 5/8, but
Oh, okay, yeah. So you weren't even so you're like gliding on the ice
Yeah.
basically.
but so we go to Herms, right? They have that skate scribe or
They're
whatever,
good there.
and it basically you type in 11/16 and it does it for you. Like
They don't even touch it.
They don't
If
touch
I-
it. It sits in a machine. You
Yeah.
you take your skate off the blade, throw your 2 blades inside the machine. It does it for you.
So before, were those guys were doing this all the time, man?
Oh, they were normally just
They're not
always
doing
rubbing
that
it
anymore.
across that piece of steel there, and then now they bought that. I want to say it's like $8,000.
Well, usually.
Oh yeah, times
usually-
over. What did they buy? More than one, or they have?
No, they only bought one,
They bought
but
one.
I think they're investing in another one because they get so much skate sharpening
So
there.
let me ask you this: the other guys still sharpening this way, or just that thing's the only thing?
Yeah, they still sharpen like that, but my dad will like request for the
Mm-hmm.
skate scribe like every time we go there, just because it's a lot better than the hand. Like you get a more cleaner cut,
Oh yeah, you're
So-
not gonna, the computer's not.
and
gonna,
you won't really need to come back and sharpen your skates very early.
I got his skate sharpened there like 95% of the time. It was
Yeah.
old mine rocky, and I never had a bad sharpen.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
think you.
I'd go like it's weird because like if the ice is soft, you don't want a sharp blade.
No.
Even a half
You
inch on a
just
soft
want-
on a soft
You're gonna
ice.
dig right
Oh
in
my
the
gosh!
ice.
And like so, I was 5'8" my whole life, and then I started as you getting older, like the rinks start getting softer.
Find out what
So-
you use. Like, just ask, who's it, your mom that does it or your dad? Usually.
Both sometimes.
Yeah, find out if yours, just so you know, right? Because you might go, okay, you know what? I might try this.
Yeah, like sometimes I had to sharpen my own skates. Like I had to go into Herms and sharpen it.
Did you know how to do it? Did you try it? Like, you actually sharpen them and then warm
No,
them?
I had to tell them what I wanted, and one time I said 5/8 by accident when I'm 11/16, and I step on the ice. Feels completely different.
Completely different, yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Like digging in more. Yeah, I think McAllister's using 9/16. He said he was like really shallow. Yeah, I think he said he changed from 5/8. The other guys are all like 5/8.
Yeah, 5/8 is like the.
Or was it, no, it was McCann who said that.
I can't remember.
It was McCann. McCann who goes, he does what you do. And the other guys are still, most of them are like 5/8. I bet you that's what you are.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably 5/8.
Yeah, that's kind of like normal. Half inch is a lot, right? That's really like.
If
you
the
know
ice
guys-
is hard and you get a half inch, it feels awesome. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Just depends on the
Well, some of the
ice.
places you
Ice,
played out in the friggin' northern.
Oh, Europe and stuff like that, it's all like really hard ice. But over here, like the OHL and stuff, soft. Like
Yeah, like
super,
the
super
Budweiser
soft.
Gardens, like
really
the ice
hot
is
in there.
there. Like, you can dig into
It's
that
soft.
ice. It's
It's very
hot.
Yeah.
Imagine when 10,000 people are there. How much?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure it gets like really hot in the ice.
Well, you know, and the funny thing about it is too, if you know, like as you get older, like you're playing in those rinks, you can get the guy to change it a bit because it's hard on your groins when
Yeah.
you're skating. If you're playing 4 times a week
Yeah.
and you're practicing 6 times a week, you guys don't do that right now. The NHL guys do. Like that can be hard on your groins.
Yeah. Like
Right. So for me, it's like I don't know. I wasn't a very good skater like Mason was. Like I didn't play like anything he played, but I know when I'm on the ice, I use like half inch, and I go to 5/8, which is lighter cut. And I'd be like slipping all over the place. But you guys you're way better.
I transitioned well from 5/8
Yeah.
to 11/16.
You're a really smooth skater.
Just because I got new skates, I went from the FT6s
Yeah.
Pros to the XF Pros, so that's the XF Pros are the newest ones.
You remind me of like kind of like Jack Reno, how he skates. Like it's just effortless. Like Jack didn't even ever get much power skating done because
Yeah.
it was just. That
I
good.
never really did power skating when I was young.
Yeah,
so.
you're just like you can stay on top of the ice.
Maybe a couple Kathy McElwain skates, like she.
Nothing serious.
Yeah.
No.
But,
She's good.
yeah, she works for Windsor now, I think.
Yeah. Look, she do some power skating.
Yeah, kind of with BK. We do
Yeah.
head work and
The old
stuff.
BK there, he moves
He's a
around
great
those
guy.
things. I know.
Yeah.
Eh? He's freaking busy with that thing.
He also uses Mars blades too.
Does
That's
he?
why his
Can he
skating's
still
so
move well
smooth.
for a guy that like
Yeah.
he does?
That's why his skating's so smooth, I think, is because he uses those Mars blades.
You should get a pair and just try it in
I
practice
know.
sometime.
Me and my dad are talking about it.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know. It'd be something I'd want to try in a practice first. Like there wouldn't be like throwing into a game. But I remember McCann was saying what he thought. Like, what did he say that he thought maybe wouldn't be that good with those? Did he?
Just because like just the movement itself, you're so used to like the blade being where
Yeah.
it is and you stopping and
What's
stuff.
that thing called when you're skating down the wing? You put on the brakes really hard and you get enough zone and turn and
Like a punch turn?
yeah, like
Yeah.
a punch turn. I think you brought something up. But it would be fine. You've done it.
Yeah.
Like a quick cutback.
Yeah. Like when you enter the outer zone to just kind of boom to create space again.
That's where like your skate sharpening would come in. Like if it's like soft and you got
Yeah.
like 5/8 like or half inch, you're digging right in.
Yeah.
I feel like
Right.
you'll fall over.
What's Canucks ice like?
It's
That's
fairly
Yeah.
hard. It's not hot in that rink, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
like
soft.
it's not like too cold.
No.
It's not like hard ice.
No, I know. I don't know. Like it's it feels warmer in there, so I thought it would be really like soft, but maybe.
I mean, at ice level, it's not that warm. Like it's you get a nice breeze when you're skating up the ice, so it's.
That rink and London's big rink is the two nicest rinks that I've been to. Like for
I think so.
Yeah.
I think Kamoka, we have probably one of the nicest rinks. Like,
because you guys have played at Westwood and Chestwood.
oh, awful.
Those are the worst.
Awful
Those are
rinks.
terrible.
Just the boards coming
Yeah.
around. Like,
But you
everywhere.
walk in there and you're just going like, as a parent, because we'd bring Mason, I'd be like, oh my god, this place is gross.
And they look identical. Like you can't tell them differently.
No.
Like
And same with Brookside. Like I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but it's older. and you just kind of like walk in, you're like.
I like the design of the dome, like the older.
Yeah, the barn I like.
Barn.
It's more like the change rooms and that. Like I guess you just as a player, like I played football. And we played at schools and stuff. Some of the change rooms were clean.
Some of them
are
weren't.
not that clean. And I'm like, I want to be in something that's clean.
Like even when we were in there, like it's a small dressing room.
Yeah, it's not very good. No.
It did not hold a lot of guys.
No. My first year at Brantford, we were in our change room. Our stalls were cages, like metal cages.
Huh.
Like yeah.
I also like the big rink on Wayne Gretzky Center. It's a really nice, it's got the
They got a
full,
nice
For the junior A.
it's got the
junior
full
players.
track that goes around.
Have you ever played at the other arena? Where
Civic Center.
Yeah.
No, I want to.
It's
That's where we
awesome.
played at.
Is it awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it's really nice.
Bob Probert played there.
Mm-hmm. It's up on the wall.
You guys know who Bob Probert is, eh?
No,
Jesus.
Really?
Toughest guy of all time.
really.
Mm-hmm.
He played like with Jason Williams.
Mhm.
He played in like the 80s, mid 80s, mid 90s.
Go
early
look him up on
2000s,
YouTube.
And was an enforcer, and like heavy duty enforcer.
Really?
He died like I don't know, maybe 10 years ago from a heart attack. But you know, a lot of those guys that have done those
They have
kind
a hard
of roles
life.
have a hard life, right? So yeah, just look him up. You tell your dad that Bob Probert right away. What do you mean? You
Oh,
don't
my
know?
dad for sure. No.
Yeah, yeah. And your dad, did he play hockey or no?
No, never.
No? Lucas,
Never,
no?
never.
Your dad
No,
played,
like field hockey. He's a
and
goalie.
he was good at it.
Yeah.
He played pro?
I think so. He's like
Yeah.
pretty good.
Wow.
My
And
dad.
your mom swears she was a really good
Soccer.
soccer goalie, and I think she was actually. I'm not trying to be, I'm just making a joke. She'll see this later, but she's like, when I played, I was dominant. And I think Lucas you should see him play
Yeah.
goalie. And I said, but
Yeah,
come on.
Lucas is a great soccer goalie. Like
He is, eh?
he plays soccer. Like he used to play soccer as a goalie.
You played soccer.
Yeah, my mom was a gymnast, so
Yeah, yeah.
she was getting to the point where she could have made the Olympic level. I think that's where I get all my athleticism from.
That's what I think. I think genetic-wise, I look at the chain there, and your mom.
I look like my mom,
Yeah.
but my mom fell short. She had a full elbow shot. Her whole elbow
Shattered.
and she was done. She had.
Wow.
But my dad loved baseball. growing up.
Yeah, those guys. I know some of the guys that he used to play with,
Mhm.
Colsey and those guys.
Yeah.
And your parents too, like both good athletes.
Yeah.
And your other brother you have brother or sister? They play sports,
My sister does like dance. Gymnastics.
Yeah. And your brother?
He just started like diving lessons.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Does he like it?
Yeah.
We just had a swimmer come in today,
Yeah.
and a girl that's like nationally ranked for her age. And Dunny, your brothers or sisters? What do you got? One brother?
I just have a brother.
That's it, there's two of you.
Yeah. He plays AAA hockey now.
There's no fighting over the bathroom at your place, and you guys are good.
No. He also plays. He's very good at baseball.
Is he?
Very good at
What
baseball.
about Carter Whiskey there? Is he a good baseball player?
Yeah, he's a baseball player. They both play like the same sports. They both play hockey and then they both play baseball.
What do you think your brother would choose if he like?
I don't think my brother would give up hockey.
He loves
But
hockey.
if he wants to pursue baseball, which I hope he does, because I feel he's better at baseball.
What is he, a shortstop?
My dad has him at pitcher. My dad has him everywhere.
So he's getting him to learn everything.
So he's getting him to learn everything. Levi got invited to Great Lakes Canadians tryouts, which that's the AAA. That's the big travel team that they go everywhere, which was a great opportunity for him.
Yeah, Parker
I
Vaughan was a
think,
good baseball player.
yeah, within the next 2 years, I think if Levi takes it all,
He
he
could go somewhere.
could go somewhere with baseball.
But you know what? He's so young right now.
He won't. It's hard to make a
There's
decision.
no
He
way.
won't. He just wants to play with his buddies. He won't give up.
And I found baseball, like hockey and baseball, are actually fine to kind of like,
Yeah,
you guys train.
Baseball's
quick.
slow sport.
I know.
it's rough.
But I'm
It's hard to
saying, like-
watch, but
Yeah.
But
it's
it is
fun
like
to
when
play.
you're hammering balls and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
fun. Mason didn't have the patience for it.
Absolutely.
I just don't see my brother giving up hockey.
No.
No.
What is he, 14? 13?
Yeah,
He's
13.
13.
He won't give up hockey.
No.
No.
And he shouldn't.
He's been playing it. He started at Lambeth. Didn't really have a chance at AAA like for the first 2 years, and then Ryan Marcy gave him a chance
Yeah.
at AAA, and he's been playing ever since. So.
Now, like last year when you guys were playing, did they keep stats? Is it posted on the league websites and stuff like that at Major Bantam or no?
No, there was a game sheet.
Score sheet thing.
Just that's it at
Yeah.
the end, and then if you want to keep track of that, you did, right?
I'm sure there was like
Only the
someone
coaches
keeping
had-
track,
the
or
coaches
like
had
the coaches
access
would
to
have
it,
it,
Yeah.
right? But I'm sure there's like a game sheet where they keep track of all the points, like because I know they use that for like the game sheets for
Yeah, like
real
they,
games.
right, they give
And
that
then
stuff out.
and then
Somebody's keeping track.
I'm
yeah.
sure they put the points online, and
Yeah.
then you get all that. So
Well, and I think too, like, sometimes, like, making it about, like, even though points are great, I mean, you definitely want to have them to help you. I think some people that don't maybe get as many sometimes get a little too fixated on it. So I think if the coach doesn't talk about it too much, but in minor midget Mason, they post it, right?
Yeah.
It's posted.
Yeah.
it gets posted.
Yeah, it gets posted. And that's a lot of pressure, right? Especially like being, even if you're good, you're just like sitting there sometimes going, okay, like I'm behind this guy or that. But I don't think Mace, the best thing not to think about that.
Yeah.
Play your game, and if your team wins and you did everything right, and you got chances,
You'll be
that's-
happy.
You'll be happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see
At least you should be happy.
100%. The further the team goes, the better at the end of the day for everybody. Look
Better
at Manny Amato. Like Manny wasn't even on the radar come like middle of the season, and then he started playing really well, right?
Now he's an affiliate player with that.
And now he's an AP, and they like him. And I think he'll. They said if somebody gets hurt there, he'll be the. They think that as a forward,
Yeah.
he'll be the one that gets called up most of the time.
Yeah.
So, and then he came back to Major Midget, he said to me last week, he goes, holy smokes, I can't believe how slow this is. But he had just left OHL.
It's a lot different up there than it is.
Oh,
back down
yeah,
here.
yeah, so. Hockey's that sport, man, where you have to, like, if you're not playing with the highest level guys, you have to be able to figure out how to slow your game down. It's kind of tricky. Where football, there's one speed. It's like, the ball snaps, you gotta go after the guy and get the play done and over with quick.
Is football hard? Like, is it a hard sport?
No, it's not. It's not even close as hard as
No.
hockey.
Not very close.
Does that mean every guy can make the NFL? No.
No.
But I'm saying, like, if I said, hey, you guys are gonna go in and play right now, because you're such good athletes, you would probably start like right away. Because you guys can understand things. The thing with football, it's the contact.
Yeah.
If you don't mind contact
Yeah.
and you can move your feet well and you can read,
Like if you were to put a hockey player in a football field and football players have no chance of winning.
Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Rather than
but if
going-
you put a
I-
hockey
I-
player in a football field, they'll probably actually
Be able
outdo the
to
football.
do
They might
something.
outdo
Yeah.
the football.
like a lot, yeah, because a lot of you guys
Yeah.
are actually in really good shape.
Yeah.
So we find that the guys that are hockey football with us, they may not be like obviously doesn't happen in my man or midget, but it happens in Major Bantam. They're starting a lot, almost all of them are starting because they have good cardio and they never get tired and they're pretty physically enabled.
Yeah, like I could picture that. I could picture a football player not being able to play hockey. Like a hockey player can play
100%.
And you go on that blade that's that thick.
like you're that thin of a blade.
it's a different.
It's hard to balance. Like I'm thankful I learned it. when I
Imagine
was
Javon
young.
or
Anybody can anybody can catch a ball, not anybody can stick handle.
We should do
Yeah.
that one day, right? You want to humble those guys, but they're pretty humble guys regardless. We'll put them on the ice with it.
I've always had this argument with every football athlete. I'm like, you guys have no clue
What it's like.
it's not even.
But you know where they are really skilled is like, man, when those balls go up in the air and they go to catch them.
Oh my,
there's
their
two of
hand-eye
them.
coordination, like yeah.
And you're getting a ball rifled at you at that speed and you catch
Mm-hmm.
it with one hand out here.
That stuff's impressive.
That stuff's super impressive. The hardest thing in football as it gets more difficult is understanding the defense, and you have to be able to understand what the linemen do, how they operate, what the quarterback does, receivers, because you got to be able to read the play, right? That's the whole thing on defense anyway. The offensive guys always have the advantage because they already know the play in their head. But the CFL, believe it or not, even though it's not my cup of tea for watching football, the field is big and those guys are fast out there.
Yeah.
And imagine how hard it is to cover a guy when a guy's got a 10-yard running start at you.
Yeah, I feel like you have to have no fear as well.
No
to
fear.
Play.
No,
like
nothing.
you're catching a ball and you got like 3 guys running at you while you're in the air, just
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
like,
knock you down.
the guy gets hit with his head down sometimes
Yeah.
or whatever in there. Like imagine that you're catching a play and you could have your head up, but just you're focusing on catching
the ball, and not anybody else around you, right?
And,
Or it's like
just get
if you
slaughtered.
focus on anybody else around you, you're not going to catch the ball.
Yeah,
Right.
but I feel bad because it'd be nice if these guys could try another sport like that because I think you're just kids and just there's so much pressure to be at that level really quickly. Sorry, yeah, really quickly, but it's like, you're going like, I'd love to see kids like play until they're like 16 and then maybe make the OHL draft year a little bit later, but it's not gonna ever change. It is what it is. So, OHL Cup this year, that'll be huge for you guys. How many teams make it in, Mace? How does it work?
Semi-finals, right?
Oh, sorry, from our alliance.
Oh,
4.
yeah, like
Four.
three
So
in a wild
1
card.
and 2, 3 and a wild.
3 in a wild card.
Is it not 4 in a wild
No,
card?
it's three in a wild card.
Okay, so
Because
I think it's 4.
Hamilton's gone now.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
one
yeah.
less team.
I thought last year was.
yeah, I thought last year was
Sun
4.
County.
Sun
yeah.
County.
Oh, there was a two-way tie. There was a two-way tie between two teams, and
That's why.
both teams got the wild card spot.
Okay.
Yeah,
But like
Forgot
last
about
year,
that.
Elgin did not do well. In the
No.
NHL Cup.
No, it's.
neither did we. It was
They
Yeah.
didn't do good either.
But you guys did a little better than
a little better. Yeah, we played a lot harder.
Missing
games,
the
too.
rubric kind of guy, and
Yeah.
like Weir was there the year before. That's a big.
Well, it's also like it was harder for Parker last year because like I felt like he had to do it all himself.
Yeah, Parker's amazing, man.
But
Just
Again,
not
like-
a good coach, to be honest. That's what
there,
that
there's
was.
there's a bunch of good players on that team.
Yeah.
Like that team is amazing. I felt like if they still had Johnny Warren as their coach,
Yeah,
at
they
that
would've
point,
been better.
They would have done way better than they did.
They underachieved for sure because
Uh-huh.
I know that was probably one of the most frustrating things that I
Yeah.
heard kind of from.
And then
the-
Beckham leaving, right? Like,
losing
like
another
if
key
like
guy.
if Johnny like stayed, like I'm sure Beckham would have stayed there
Yeah.
where he was.
Yeah.
But and they would have had that super team like they did.
How did Beckham's team do in Detroit, the Compu, or was it Red?
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars.
I know they won their nationals.
So they were good.
They were a very good team. They had a bunch of kids, I think, drafted to the USHL draft from there.
I know talking to him, he said that he probably wouldn't have done it if he had to do it over again because it was kind of.
It's hard. He has a little bit of family out there, as I
Yeah,
heard.
yeah.
But
Said it was hard, just because you get used to the pattern at home,
Yeah.
right? Mom feeding.
that'll be
you.
the biggest challenge going into the next steps of junior hockey, moving away from home,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And trying to figure out
So fun.
where you are. But
But you know what, too? Like Mason said, it's fun.
You guys won't even want to go home.
Yeah. You'd be like, this is good. I'll be home for my break, and
Yeah.
that's it.
You got freedom.
yeah,
So and I think that OHL Cup, like Mason said, they've been at the quarterfinals. I think they lost to JRC in the quarters when Rubrick was there, and just them making to that game, just one game, because it was like obviously playoffs, made a huge difference for about 4 or 5 guys.
yeah.
So I think that's probably on the radar. And then you said Silver Stick. What do you guys? Chicago? What is that? A mission tournament?
No, I have
Reapers, remember?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know.
So mission good. They're still good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Marlies are all good.
Yeah,
JRC is good.
I'm looking forward to playing Marlies in the Wendy Dufton tournament.
Yeah. You guys have them? You have lined up with them?
Yeah, with Prodigy, like the Prodigy prospects this summer. We played with a bunch of their guys and against a couple of their guys, so
Yeah.
we built a couple connections there. So it'll be fun game.
Prodigy is like a spring hockey.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of these OHL like scouts run it. Like they put a bunch of teams together.
Oh, is that not the what's it called? The Carnivale, or is that different?
It's kind of like Carver Valley, but
It's another one that's kind of competing
yeah,
against them.
they call it Prodigy Prospects Hockey. So
So where did the better players go this year, Danny? Did they go to Prodigy or did they go to?
I think the top of the line talent went to Prodigy.
They did.
Yeah, I'd say top of the line talent went to Prodigy. So
That's a big drive there. You guys are going down there once a week. Eh?
yeah, once a week,
Charlotte.
Wednesdays.
That's a long day.
Yeah,
Was it fun?
oh,
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
it's amazing.
You guys have a good team?
Yeah, we were alright.
We were with the Marlies, so
Oh, you were on the team?
yeah.
Was Richard Power the coach? Big, tall guy?
No, they were the OHL scouts that were coaching.
Okay.
So they just put like a couple OHL scouts on your thing, or
You know Traveris and Marner on them, eh?
really?
The Marlies.
Did they really?
I bought the Marlies like 2 years ago. They got a lot of money in those organizations.
Yeah.
It's different than our leagues and levels and stuff. I mean, you guys can still compete with. I always said that. You know what I'd like to see? Come OHL Cup, make one super team from the alliance and put them on. Like take the best players,
Yeah.
stick them on one team. I bet you guys could keep up with any of them.
Any Marley.
Yeah, 100%. Imagine right now if they had to do that. how good that team would be. But
I still think with our Elgin team, we're going to be able to compete with Marlies. We're going to be able to compete with Don Mills.
did you guys play them last year?
We played Marlies last
How'd
year,
you-
yeah.
What was the score in that?
We didn't really have a great game. It was an early morning game. We lost 5-0 in the semis at the Wendy Duffin last year. Which morning games are rough. Like, I feel like everybody's tired in the morning. But
Those are my favorite games.
I like
It was
those
always
games.
a wait before everyone.
Yeah. You know what though? It's like another year of development. Those guys start really early over there. You'll see them at like minor peewee, and they'll be like, you'll watch a junior Canadians practice, and you're going, those guys are like skating systems already. Like you're going, what the hell is going on here, right? But I think eventually a lot of teams or people start to catch up as you get older. Now they're obviously still got a bigger talent pool, so they're able to compete a little bit higher than the top 4 teams. But I think the rest of the teams, it's pretty even.
Yeah, I think...
You got to be on your money to beat like Vaughan. You got to be on the money. You can do it.
I think we're going to give Don Mills a run for their money this year,
Yeah.
just with how physical we are. And if we play to our physical aspect like we did the first game against you guys, like I think...
You can bring it.
I just think Don Mills is soft.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Like,
good. I like that.
they have a lot of talent, like I will give them that, like Charlie Murata, Tyler Lee, like they have a lot of talent there. But I think if they get hit, they won't like it.
Yeah. You think
They'll take penalties, and with our power play, I think we'll capitalize on every power play we have, and be able to put everything in the net.
So I think like you're at the point now where you're like you got to prove stuff now. So
Yeah, to win games, you have to be willing to play the body.
you do play the
And
body.
block the shots that you need to block. Like you gotta put your body on the
And
line.
it's amazing how many guys say they'll block a shot and then you'll watch like a video later and they'll just be sliding out of the way or whatever because I'm sure it hurts at times.
And Matzo said it yesterday. It really hit me. If you don't put ice on your body after the game, you didn't want to win.
No,
You didn't
no,
want to win.
no. You need to be feeling like you
You need to be feeling like you have hurt yourself enough that you put it all on
Love
the
it.
line.
Love it. He's
And
awesome.
that was one of the things that really hit me last night.
100%. Pat Powers is like that too.
Yeah.
It's like you got to feel like when you're done, like I'm sore, man. I'm going home to
Yeah,
relax.
you need to have need to have an ice bath. You need to have a hot shower or sit in a hot tub. Like
100%.
you need, your body will need a good recovery.
Well, you know what, guys? Listen, I want to thank both of you guys for coming on today. You guys were excellent. You guys have been great customers for us. Great friendships that we have. You guys have a lot of talent. Big ceiling, man. You're the first 2 guys to kick off our show. We'll be watching with you guys all year and really cheering you guys on because we take pride in our stuff and we know you guys have it in you to be players. So thanks very much, guys, for coming
thanks.
on
Thanks
today.
for having us.
Yeah, of course.